Hi guys, hello, and thanks for watching our Market Watch video for the month of March. March is a really interesting month and it typically sets the tone for quite a few major markets as we head in then towards the summer, and it tends to be a month of quite a significant amount of change. We're going to focus on currencies and we'll take a look at gold as well, because that tends to be where we actually see the majority of the major changes. So starting straight off, we're going to start with the US dollar. The US dollar index, we can see here from the seasonal chart, has been the dominant currency. If we look across, we look here through February, the dollar index has performed really well. But what we typically see as we move into now in the beginning of March, we actually see a bit of change, a bit of flux with regards to the dollar index as we head then into April, and we actually seem to decline a lot stronger as we head into April, and that is the theme as we go across a lot of the currencies. If I just scroll down through here, you'll see the Aussie as well, a bit messy here through March, but again we start to see a lot of momentum as we head into April. The pound as well, you can see a bit quite messy through March, and again the momentum picks up through April. So you're seeing a theme here as we go across through the majority of our major currencies. Canadian dollar, another one, a bit of a divergence between the two seasonal patterns that we have, but both then align through April again. The euro a bit messy, and as we go through we even see strength here in the Japanese yen, and Kiwi as well, one of the best performers, actually bottoming out now, and you'll see that the date what we're actually on at the moment, 6th of March, pretty much coincides with a lot of the turning points that we're seeing through our seasonal charts here. So what does that mean going ahead? Well, generally, as you can see from the charts, it's typically quite messy. We tend to get quite a lot of swings back and forth before we start to get a bit more direction towards the end of the month and through April. If we come over and take a look at the dollar index, as we've seen from the seasonal chart, the dollar has been strong, and it definitely started off through February, as we typically see really strong. We started to see weakness in this last couple of weeks, and I think that's indicating where the dollar actually really wants to go. It looks like we're going to have a failure here at just shy of the sort of the 97 area, and if we can do that and feel it resistance, we're going to be looking for a move to the downside. The best markets to be looking for on the other side of that, based on what we can see here through seasonality, is certainly going to be the pound, one of the best performers through this period. A nice bottom here, you can see in the weighted average seasonal pattern that we have, just at the early March. And another one I quite like because of the chart that we actually can see at the moment. The New Zealand dollar has been very resilient and been able to stay within that upper range that it's developed, and if we can see it break out of that, we could be a real nice run to the upside against that, benefiting from a potential dollar weakness. So that's what we're really looking at for the currencies heading in. I would say be wary, just as you can see through a lot of the seasonal patterns, that March can start off a bit messy, but then we sort of get a bit more clarity as we go through the month and heading into April. So try not to be too aggressive in here. We could get a bit of whipsaw action through a few of the markets, especially when you look at where the levels that pounds already reached. We may see it push a little bit lower before then having that drive into April, so just be mindful of that. The other market that's been in focus and still on focus, as far as I'm concerned, is gold. It's done really well. It's followed the seasonal pattern really nicely since November. So we've gone back through our previous Market Watch videos. We've covered it quite a lot in this last few monthly videos. We tend to make a low in the middle of November, and that's exactly what we've done. We've done last year, and we've seen that rally continue through to the end of the year, right into the end of February. Typically, again, end of February, you can see from both the seasonal patterns, we typically top out around the end of February. And March is historically the worst month of the year on average for gold. So looking for a decline, we are seeing the decline. Price action is bearish, and we'd like to see it push down in around the 1260, 1250 even potentially, but sort of around the 1260 would be a real nice area towards the latter part of the month, and look to see if we can start to see momentum back to the upside again. The real sweet spot isn't until later on in the year, but I think we could see momentum a little bit sooner than that in gold. So look for a decline. Stay short if you are already, or if you're looking for short-term moves, short-term move down to the downside around that 1255, 1260 area would be quite nice, and then look to get long. So the theme for the rest of the month, be wary, just because they say the whipsaws we can see. March can start quite messy, but definitely looking for dollar weakness in the next week or two, and then looking to ride the waves, especially in things like pound, Kiwi. But generally, you'll see the majority of the major currencies strengthening across against the dollar. But I think pound and Kiwi in particular are best positioned at the moment to benefit from that dollar weakness. Okay. Don't forget, guys, as well, if you like the content and you want to keep in touch with our videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get all the notifications whenever we post more. And I will see you again next month. Guys, happy trading.